good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. My name is Jeremy Rush, and the guy that you can see on the screen is a gentleman called Mike Briggs. I'm going to tell you a little bit about...
Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world.
That's what you do. See, never worked with children, animals, or the internet, you see. So I was broadcasting, and the Hangouts started to play in the background. So today, before we start the timer, I've got my phone ready to push the button on. So before we start today's training, I want to tell you a little bit about the guy that's actually on the Hangout with me today. His name is Mike Briggs, and he used to be a man that fixed aeroplanes, you know, that you would fly up and land, and hopefully safely. He's the guy that used to look after them. I've known Mike for about now, we were just saying off air there, I've known Mike, I think, probably coming up for about 5 years. We don't see each other on a regular basis, you know, but when we do, we have a few beers together. We met because of internet marketing. Mike was on a course in London, and I lived in London at the time. And he reached out to me. We met and had a couple of beers, and we built our friendship from there. Now, Mike is what I call a consistent student. And where I say a consistent student, I don't mean to belittle him in any way. He's still in his learning curve of making money working from home, but he is making money. That's the point. And I wanted to bring Mike on today because Mike's got some stuff that we've been training on recently. So if you've watched any of my Hangouts recently about this training, you would have some of the stuff Mike's going to talk about. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the timer, and then I'm going to mute myself and then hand it over to Mike, and he'll introduce himself, and then he's got a little bit of a little demonstration that he wants to show you of some things that he's doing himself. Okay, so I'm going to press the timer as we've got 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes training, and over to you, yeah, Mike.
Okay, can you hear me okay? Good. Well, thanks very much for that introduction, Jeremy. Yes, I think it's knocking on 5 years probably since we first met and had those few beers. You know, I was struggling on the internet, as you know, and I got in touch with you through Facebook. Somebody recommended I'd get in touch with you, and sent you a message, and you replied to me and answered my questions, gave me your time, totally without any benefit to yourself. And we've just gone on, we clicked together, and we just sort of, then when we had a few beers, we just, you know, we just got on so well. And we've kept in touch all this time over, you know, nearly 5 years. And I've been, you know, working online and making mistakes and losing some money, and but now I'm getting there. I really am, and it just feels so exciting. And I don't know. You go through it. You struggle, and you go from program to program to program, and then the secret is something just happens and it clicks, and it's just clicked for me actually recently. And the thing is, you have to be consistent. And it's not always easy to be consistent, because something will pop up and you think, oh, let me have a look at that. Oh, I'll go and have a look. And then you lose focus on what you're doing somewhere else, and you're just diluting yourself. And that's one of the main things I've learned over the time. But anyway, let's get back to this amazing free training that Jeremy is putting together. I think it's fantastic, and I've been following it and putting it in place step by step, and it's so easy. So I'll just, you know, he's been talking about landing pages recently, so I've made 10 landing pages with the Zookle landing page creator, and I'll just show you them quickly. There's one. Oh, actually, can you see my screen? Hang on.
Yeah, you'll need to share your screen, Mike.
I need to share the screen first. Hang on, here we go. There we go. Just have a look. There, can you see my screen now?
Yep, we've got you now, Mike.
Brilliant, brilliant. So this is one of them that I made, and it takes seconds to make these. There's another one, you know, how to create eye-catching landing pages. I've got another one here with a dog, and they are so easy to make. You know, I like this one, you know, very, you know, good colours in this. And another one here with a cartoon, you know, Lion King. And, you know, I've tried to match up the colours within the colours of the landing page, which you can do that, you know, quite easily. There is a training, Jeremy showing you how to do that. Here's another one. This is just a simple one. I've got this one here. Another one, see, eye-catching landing pages. And you can alter all this text and put all the colours in that you want to put in. And I think the last one here, this is, I think this Muppet's got more hair than what Jeremy and I have got put together. And then I've done this one this morning. And this took me, I think, probably 15 minutes at the most, and that was including making the video. And this is just an introduction to Jeremy's training, free training. And this is what I'm posting out. And then it's a double opt-in. And this is the best way to go, really, to have a double opt-in. Because it shows then that people are, you know, a bit more serious than just clicking on and putting an email address in and what have you. But we click on here and it goes to another landing page that I've made. And then, of course, then this is linked up with the autoresponder, and then they'll start getting the messages. But I've also, as well, if I go to my Zookle back office, I've just this morning made the rotator campaigns for the landing page creator. Now, those 10 landing pages that I've made 2 landing page or 2 rotator campaigns for the landing page with 5 landing pages in each campaign. So I haven't started it yet, so it's all still at 0, but I'll set these up and then we'll see how those 10 landing pages work. And you know, I'll show you the results on another training probably, and you know, we'll take it from there. Let's see how this grows. So I think that's about all I've got. Can
you show us, Mike, because you showed us, you know, you got that landing page with the button underneath. Could you show us the template that you used so people know where to find that?
Yes, yeah, let me just, this one here. Let me just think, I'll have to go back to
the video. It's in the video. I know the one it is. If you went to your landing page creator and then you went to edit that page.
Yeah, actually, if I go to the landing page creator, go to my landing pages, and I'll get, let me just see where it is. I've got loads of landing pages here. It's I think maybe it's down the bottom here. Where is it? Free training, I think. Free training video. Here we go. Oh no, that's not the one I'm looking for.
If you go to your browser where the page is, copy the URL, and then come back to that page and do Command F and then Command V, and it will find the page for you.
Okay.
Not that page, the page before that one. You know, the page that you're looking at now? No. So if you go to the, you know, you had your video at the top. You had your video, and underneath it there was a button.
There was, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's right at the beginning you showed us it.
I think I've just closed that page down actually.
Oh, okay. So let's have a look. Okay, so what I'll do is if you go to the landing page creator, and I'll talk while you're sharing your screen, your screen. So if you click on create a new page.
There we go. Create a new page. Yeah.
Create a new page, and then just put anything in as the domain.
Yeah.
So put some wording in there. That's it. And then you need another one because that's taken. Taken. Yeah. Put another digit in there. That's it. And then go to next. And then when Mike goes through to the next stage, if you go to the video templates.
Yeah.
The video templates, you'll see here that it's the one. What's it called there, Mike? I can't quite read that.
It's called cough.
Cough. So yeah. if you click that then, Mike, and then go to next, you see now this video, you could put a video in. So let's have a look. So you would put a video in, and so Mike would have to go to YouTube and find a video. But before he does that, you can actually see that the button has got appears in. There's a delay there, so you can have the button come in like a few minutes before the video ends. You know, so that somebody watches the video. And then you could put where you'd like them to go when they click the button, and that's the button URL. So if Mike was to put in there, so if you just put in there, I don't know, google.com, Mike, in the button, there's a HTTP, you'd have to put the HTTP in. And then if you could get a video from YouTube, would be great. I don't know if you've got a thing. Any video will do. We're not really worried about the video. So just YouTube and find the first video you come to.
Well, I'll get the one that I did this morning.
Okay, excellent. So Mike's gone over to YouTube now, and then when his video loads, when his page loads.
Oh, over here. I've got so many tabs open now. Right, so I'll put that in there.
That's it. And you should have got the short link. Is that how it is? You see? That's the long link, isn't it? You should have got the share link. Click on the share. So if you go back to your YouTube, go back to YouTube on the end there. And then if you click on, open that video up and stop it. Right. And then you click on the share button. And then you see when he clicked on the share button, it gives you that YouTube short link. So that's the one you want. You copy that. And then Mike will bring that back over to he's got so many tabs open.
I lost it. Zoom call. Here we go.
There you go. And then he puts that into there. He just places that in. That's it. And then he goes to the next. Oh, click the button there, Mike. Show the tick box to say start the video. Automatically start the video, you see. So that means when somebody comes to the page, carry on, Mike. We're coming up to 10 minutes, so we're okay. And then here there's no opt-in settings because it's not an opt-in box, so he just clicks next. And then when he gets to page here, so he's not worried about the tracking at the moment, so he's just going to click next. And then on the last page, Mike, if you could just save the page, put that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever it was at the top there. You'd have to give it a page name.
Yeah.
ABC, yeah, brilliant. So then what we do is when we go now, we want to look for that page. If it goes to my landing pages, and hopefully it should be there.
At the bottom.
Yeah, at the bottom. So click on the red link, and then you could possibly stop the video. But the video you see will automatically play. And then Mike's button, just you see it appeared there after 4 seconds. Now he could have set that because his video is 1 minute 35. So you could have put that button to display after a minute. Because when you do them type of things, it automatically brings the eyes to that button, get started today. So it's a good thing to start the button after you've talked for a little while. Plus it doesn't divert their eyes away from what's going on, you know, because they see this button and they can click it before they actually do. Now, Mike was to click that button. If you click that button for us, Mike, as you can see, that takes you over to google.com, which is what Mike set. Now, Mike set it on his real one to go to his landing page where people actually opt in. Now, if I could ask you, Mike, to stop sharing your screen,
okay.
And if Mike does that, I'm going to come over to the whiteboard because we're coming up to nearly 13 minutes now, okay? Now, Mike's going along, as you can see, that Mike's actually going along this campaign timeline, you know? So he set up his landing pages, and Mike actually had 10 pages already set up. Now, these pages doesn't mean to say these are carved in stone, because the brilliant thing is you can go back and edit and edit and edit and edit and edit and even add more pages if you wanted to. But the other thing that we don't know whether Mike's got to that stage yet, but somewhere on this campaign line, he'll have his autoresponder set up with his emails. Okay. Now, he might only have one email in there at the moment, or the email might be just he set the campaign up and he hasn't set the emails up because he's still in the process of going through this campaign line. And he's set up here a rotator link, and we haven't done the rotator, but we will be doing that training on the rotator. So far, Mike has not even got to the start line. He's still going along this line here. And this is what you want to do when you're working. Doesn't matter what your product you're promoting. If you don't set this campaign timeline up to get to the start line means when you can start earning, promoting, and then you'll have your customers will go along your sales timeline. That's where your customers will eventually start to go. But you have to get to the start line first. You know, as I said last week, you're not going to turn up for a marathon and not do any training. You know, you're not going to start, you know, wanting to enter into Mr. Universe or Mrs. Universe, and you're not going to do any training. You've got to build up the muscles. You've got to get prepared for the start line. Okay, so you should be creating landing pages. You should be set your autoresponder up with at least one email in. You don't have to have any more. Then you can start looking at tracking links, and we'll be covering tracking links. I'm going to do tracking links tomorrow. In tomorrow's training, I'm going to talk to you about tracking links. And then we're going to talk about, we got traffic that we want to cover. Okay, we got traffic because before we even get to the start line, we need to check out our traffic sources. We're also going to be covering banners, okay? Banners, which is marketing stuff that you're going to be able to use on Facebook, Twitter, that sort of stuff. And also, we're going to be doing some paid advertising in here, all on the campaign start line. And you might say, campaign start line, traffic? Why would I be buying traffic if I'm not actually making my campaign live? The idea is we want to show you that I want to show you the traffic sources so that you will have everything in place ready to go into your the start line. Okay, so we're coming up to 15 minutes and 37 seconds. These trainings are all about 15-minute trainings. My name's Jeremy Rush. That was Mike Briggs. If you want to get in touch with Mike to find out how he set up some things, by all means do that. You can message him on Facebook if you look him up, Mike Briggs. If you want to get my training and you want to get on these 15-minute trainings, below this video on YouTube, you will find a link that says 15minutestraining.com. Click that link. Let me have your name and your email address, and I'll give you a ton of free training, 15 minutes, 5 days a week, to show you how to build your campaign start line to get you to the place where you're going to be making some money. Have a fantastic rest of Monday, and I'll see you on tomorrow's training, the 15 minutes. And tonight, 7 o'clock UK time, I have a live broadcast for a whole hour. If you want to get on that broadcast as well, click the button below that says subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. I'm Mike Briggs. That was, I'm Jeremy Rush, and that was Mike Briggs. And we'll see you on another training. Thanks very much.